Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 24 in the ALV for November 24th, 2023. Be not envious against evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their heart studies oppression, and their lips talk of mischief. Through wisdom is a house built, and by understanding it is established, and by knowledge all are the chambers filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is in strength. Yea, a man of knowledge strengthens might. For by wise guidance you shall make your war, and in the multitude of counselors there's safety. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. He who devises to do evil, men shall call him a master of mischief. The thought of foolishness is sin, and the scoffer is an abomination to men. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Deliver those who are carried away to death, and from those staggering to the slaughter, do not hold back. If you say, Behold, we did not know this, does not he who weighs the hearts consider it? And he who keeps your soul, does he not know it? And shall he not render to every man according to his work? My son, eat honey, for it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb, sweet to your taste. So shall you know wisdom to be to your soul. If you have found it, then there shall be a reward, and your hope shall not be cut off. Lie not in wait, wicked man, against the fold of the righteous. Destroy not his resting place. For a righteous man falls 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked are overthrown by calamity. Rejoice not when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he is overthrown, lest Yahweh see it, and it be evil in his eyes, and he turn away his wrath from him. Fret not because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The lamp of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear Yahweh and the king. Company not with those who are given a change, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, and the disaster from them both, who knows it? These are also of the wise. To have respect of persons in judgment is not good. He who says to the wicked, You are righteous, people shall curse him, and nations shall abhor him. But to those who rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. He kisses the lips who gives a right answer. Prepare your work outside, and make it ready for yourself in the field, and afterward build your house. Be not a witness against your neighbors without cause, and deceive not with your lips. Say not, I will do so to him as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. I went by the field of a sluggard, and by the vineyard of a man who lacks sense, and lo, it was all grown over with thorns. Its face was covered with nettles, and its stone wall was broken down. And I beheld, and took it to heart, I saw, and received a little instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to lie down, and your poverty shall come as a robber, and your want as a man with a shield. All right, truth be told, it is December 5th right now, not November 24th, because my strength was too small in the day of adversity, right? So, recorded on Thanksgiving, but not on Black Friday while I was running around with the kiddos and making ready to leave. And then the next day, no, that night, I didn't even get through the next day. Lady got home a couple of hours early, finished packing the car, drove 900 miles. So, didn't get it done that day. Oh, I'll catch up. Didn't get it done all cracked out from driving. I even tried doing it from Buc-ee's one time, and I could barely hold my eyes open and stuff. Regardless, the next day didn't get it done. Then worked with my dad all week and was just pretty much dead on my feet. I could have made it happen. All right, these are all explanations and poor excuses, but forgot my little my ring light to hold my camera like I did last time I was down there. So I maybe could have figured it out. The problem being is the microphone's on the bottom of the phone. We record in portrait. If I have it sitting on something, even this phone stand, it gets all muffled. So I did not do it. My strength was too small. I failed in the day of adversity. I love this chapter, right? If you've watched these, and I know it's very few people who might have seen enough of these to know, but I would beat myself up about a little folding of the hands of rest, poverty come upon you and what. Because it's like, I'm never doing enough. I'm never working hard enough. So I really pushed myself for a season, made a decent amount of money, helped to pay off, use that to pay off some of our debts, and here we are. But really beating myself up today, all week. I even told my mom, she knows I gotta do this. I'm supposed to do this. I'm failing. But whereas the other thing I'm constantly hammering on here, right? So you see kind of me evolving and learning. This whole exercise of reading Proverbs like this, it was for me. I can see market changes in myself and my perception and my thought process because I'm programming myself just like this book says. I'm putting it in me. But looking for it, the righteous fall down 7 times and get up again. Righteous man falls 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked are overthrown by calamity. I'm not going to quit. All right, I'd rather just do it, be honest, tell everybody where I'm at, and get caught up, because that's all we can do. Let's do the best we can with what we got at the time we got it, and then dust ourselves off when we fail. Watch me fail, and that's okay. Learn from my example. We're going to get back on the horse. Took a lot of video of the kiddos over our Christmas party and stuff, so now I have even less space on this poor phone. I really got to commit to getting organized and getting a better backup because I don't want to lose all this stuff. So yeah, from worrying about not doing enough to worrying about my strength failing and just failing in general to taking heart that, look, I'm just going to keep getting back up. That's the way, right? That's just how this life is. Fear Yahweh and the King. That's good advice. And when it talks about the thorns, the field of thorns, I got buckthorn where I live. They're big 4-inch spikes on a shrub turned tree. And even the tiny ones, they can be this big, can have these spikes on them. Not only do the berries get eaten by the birds and they spread, but we can't really eat the berries because you can make a vomiting syrup from that, but you don't want to eat them. And then, if you don't kill them, they send up suckers from the roots. So the big ones will just keep multiplying. So I have sections of my field that are they're not lost, just from not maintaining a steady posture of work, they're overgrowing again, right? Several areas. And I don't mow. That's the whole thing. I stopped mowing and having a lawn because what was I going to do with a bunch of grass? End up turning it into, gardens and a blossoming food forest. But the far corner, where neither has happened yet, is overtaken. So today, it is a cold, disgusting day. But the ground is wet. It's not frozen. So it's mud o'clock. So I have a shift in 2 hours I got to make my way to. But while I'm home, I might have to go get my little tree uprooter tool and pop some of these guys out and just do some work. Because got to fill our day with work. I realize that statement people may pick apart, but in this context, I hope everybody understands. You got to make time for your priorities, right? You got to make time for what you say you're going to do. Even when you don't want to, even when you're too tired, even when you don't think it'll come out right, you got to not make excuses and do it too. Oh, man, I marked my page. My mama gave me a book and she wrote all in it. That was the joke. Just like writing in a nice Bible or, writing notes in a book. It's like, yes, I do that sometimes, but I've also done systems where I have dots and dashes for main point, quote to remember, whatever. I'm a dog ear occasionally, but now I've got these things, my little brass line tags. So I have another devotion to read. I don't know that I can share that online in its entirety, right? To like read a page a day. I don't think the author would like that. However, it's a 1 word a day study and prayer. So maybe that'll creep its way into this. And as we approach the new year, we're going to have to figure out exactly what's going to happen. If I'm going to continue a daily, if it's going to be a reading, if it's going to be different readings. I had high hopes. So I wanted to finish this strong, the ALV. I brought the RSV home with me, just like this one, but I didn't use it. So that'll be our last one. And then I really wanted to do Luke a chapter a day, but we're already 5 days behind. So read or listen to Luke a chapter a day as Advent to get the story of Jesus. And that's something we've been trying to do with our kids. So thank God for the Streetlights app, real hip spoken word and beat Bible. I think that's probably what we're going to use tonight. So on that note, I guess I'm going to read this next chapter if I got enough time left on the clock. Go with God. Be blessed.